Mambo vipi? Happy furahi day. Daddie Marto right here with the Now Report on TV47, your home of untold stories. And socha tufunge wiki tu yani. Mimi ninafurahi kwa sababu leo ni tarehe 31 mwezi wa 7. Tunaenda kuingia birthday month. Hata sisi tunafaa kuanza kusumbua. Birthday month is coming. Lakini kesho nasikia tunaanzia hii kitu na Girlfriend's Day. 1st of August is International Girlfriend's Day, ambayo inafaa kukua ya women celebrating each other, their relationships with their colleagues, sisters, friends, romantic partners. Turudisheni hadi February 12th. Wacha tuingie stories za leo. Now, California-based EV startup Bingo Technologies officially launched its Bingo E2 electric vehicle in Nairobi this week, specifically targeting Kenyans' online ride-hauling and delivery market. Unveiled at the Delta 40 Venture Studio in Nairobi by CEO Daniel Huang and COO Christian Shedder, the compact quadricycle EV is purpose-built to address high fuel costs that severely erodes driver take-home pay. The vehicle features a dual battery system combining a fixed 31 kilowatt-hour battery with a 13 kilowatt-hour swappable battery module, delivering a combined range of up to 440 kilometers and enabling quick 2-minute battery swaps to eliminate charging downtime. Integrated with Maya, an AI-powered fleet management operating system, the E2 allows drivers and fleet operators to track real-time earnings, vehicle diagnostics, and nearby swapping hubs. With plans to initiate local assembly in Nairobi by December 2026, Bingo Technologies aims to deploy 10,000 electric units on Kenyan roads by 2028, supported by local financial and insurance partners. Now, hii story ya mafuta inatuumiza sisi wote. Si watufanyie hivyo pia tu magari pia. Kwa sababu mahali mimi niko, kusema ukweli, hata mimi nimefika mwisho. Mimi hata magari tunaweza pata swappable batteries pia. Batteries tu za kuswap badala ya kusimama kucharge. Fikirieni hiyo, swappable batteries for vehicles. Now, in Monrovia and across urban centers in Liberia, a growing movement of digital content creators and social media influencers is circumventing international monetization restrictions to drive a vibrant regional trade boom. Because major global platforms limit native partner payouts and direct in-app shopping tools for accounts registered in West Africa, Liberian creators have pioneered a workaround swipe-up economy. By leveraging short-form video engagement on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, influencers showcase locally sourced fashion, beauty products, electronics, and important goods, directing their audience to finalize purchases via WhatsApp messaging and regional mobile money platforms like MTN Mobile Money and Orange Money. The grassroots social commerce ecosystem not only allows creators to monetize their digital reach despite platform barriers, but also actively connects Liberian micro-entrepreneurs with buyers across neighboring West African countries, including Ghana, Nigeria, and Cote d'Ivoire.
I saw many people sell online, like in China, America, UK, all around the world, even in Guinea itself. Sell in Sierra Leone, I see many people sell online, and people can buy. So we just sit down, we say we should create our own thing, and we should bring ideas together to say, yeah, for customers to buy from us. But we are working with Chinese people who are doing a business, but we have to create our idea, we have to make business go fast.
Do you know the challenge of West Africans, not only just monetizing their platforms, just the financial systems in West Africa, let me tell you, ziko crazy kwa sababu kuna bank card. Unaona sahi ati hapa, shukuru Mungu by the way. Kenya mahali tuko. Ukikaanga vitu ukiamka tu, ushukuru Mungu ati ukihitaji kulipa kitu unaweza toa pesa kutoka kwa mobile money yako pap. Na karibu kila shop iko na hiyo option. Ama kama ina hiyo option, uko na kadi unaweza swipe, pa, umemaliza. Because if you go for shopping in West Africa na haujajipanga vizuri na cash, my friend, mimi nimeingia personal story. Hii lazima niseme. Nimeingia mahali kwa mall in Nigeria, tumeenda. Nimeingia, ninapenda ice cream fulani inatengenezwa mahali panaitwa Cold Stone. Wako na Cold Stone huko Nigeria. Nikaingia nikaitisha Cold Stone yangu. Tamu imetengenezwa. Na nimechukua tu kakijiko ka kwanza, nimekaonja. Nikatoa kadi ya kwanza, rejected. Kadi ya pili, rejected. Panguza, hebu jaribu tena, rejected. Kadi ya tatu, rejected. Do you know, that was the first time I actually witnessed Nigerian hospitality, because there was a guy who was right next to me. Ametoka kununua ice cream yake pia akasema, let me just pay for you abi. Na imagine akanilipia na hakuitisha chochote. Na ilikuwa mchana, na haikuwa usiku. Mchana. Usiku wake. Watu wameenda kukunywa uji na chai. Unakunywa uji na chai, unaenda kulipa nyenge kabaka inakataa. Luckily kuna mtu mmoja alikuwa na kadi ilikubali. I think labda ilikuwa credit card. Chunga sana. So Kenyans, when you're going to shop in Nigeria, chunga sana by the way. Financial systems huko hivyo ziko limited sana, especially because of the rampant cases of fraud. Okay? Jichunge wewe. Jipange. All right, now, members of the National Assembly's Committee on Delegated Legislation raised strong objections over the Central Bank of Kenya's proposed banking fees regulation 2026, warning that the new fee regime could significantly drive up banking costs for everyday consumers. Appearing before lawmakers at Bunge Tower, CBK Governor Kamau Thuge defended the proposed regulations, which seek to replace the long-standing flat annual fee tied to branch counts since 1994, with a levy equal to 0.15% of a commercial bank's gross annual revenue. Committee Vice Chairperson Robert Githinji Yeshogo, MP, and MP for Kathiani Robert Mbui questioned the legal grounding for the term banking fees under Section 5 of the Banking Act, while expressing serious concerns that financial institutions will simply pass the extra burden onto account holders through higher credit costs and service charges. Lawmakers also scrutinized strict enforcement clauses, including a 100% penalty on late payments by December 31st, labeling it potential double jeopardy. While Thuge maintained the updated revenue streams is essential to expand regulatory oversight across cybersecurity, AI integration, and anti-money laundering compliance. Hey, banks, please, CBK ikiamua kuwachapa viboko, sisi mtu wachane. Sawa. Mtu wachane. Mimi nasema mtu wachane. Now, in Bo City, Sierra Leone, young innovator Peter George, founder of startup Ideal Technologies, is spearheading a grassroots circular economy project that converts, wait for it, discarded plastic waste into solar-powered backpacks. Yeah. Discarded plastic waste into solar-powered backpacks for students living without electricity. Growing up in a community where plastic sachets litter the streets and lack of lighting hindered nighttime studying, George developed a durable waterproof backpack built entirely from collected plastic waste and repurposed materials. Each bag is fitted with an integrated solar panel that charges as students walk to school during the day, powering an attached LED desk lamp, a portable power bank, and a smart study alarm at night. Hey, my friends. Supported by the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, Jeff Small Grants Program, and local youth-led innovation awards, the initiative addresses Sierra Leone's mounting plastic waste crisis while supplying clean, accessible lighting to thousands of rural school children.
I personally witnessed firsthand of how children living in deprived rural communities, children going to school in these deprived rural communities here in Bo, that lack access to a reliable light system for them to study at night. And that problem was not only for me as a young boy coming up, it was a problem for other kids, for other children, for thousands of children living within the Bo town community. So I saw that problem and I had to think and come up with a solution, not just any kind of solution. a solution that is practical, a solution that could solve other problems. Collecting electronic waste of any type, computer parts, radio parts, any type of e-waste, we have to collect this waste, then recycling them into power banks, solar lamp that comes with the bag. So now my bag, we use plastic waste to get the full set of the bag. Then we use electronic waste to have the e-component that works with the bag. So now I'm trying to turn waste into opportunity, turning waste into a reliable system that can solve educational problem, climate change, pollution.
Hey. Hats off to you, George. Hey, kali sana. The most I've seen in Kenya is plastic waste being turned into, well, inasemekana hiyo jina ni brand ya mtu mwingine. Pavement blocks, that's the name. Kwa nataka kusema kabro. But nasikia ni brand ya mtu mwingine. But plastic waste being turned into, that's from a Kenyan innovator who turned them into paving blocks, which is also a great idea. But hapo hivyo kwa shule na watoto na sola, hats off to you, man. Now, in Harare, Zimbabwe, award-winning eco-innovator and entrepreneur Tinashe Asoka is tackling urban plastic pollution as well by converting discarded expanded polystyrene, EPS, waste into durable thermo-insulated cooler bags and carriers. Operating through his green technology venture, Temp Bag, Asoka collects bulky styrofoam packaging discarded by electronics retailers, appliance importers, and industrial sites, preventing tons of non-biodegradable waste from clogging municipal landfills or burning in open dumps. The enterprise processes the collected polystyrene to construct lightweight, highly effective thermal insulation panels, which are sewn inside heavy-duty canvas and nylon outer shells. The resulting cooler bags provide an affordable alternative to imported plastic ice sheets, allowing local street vendors, dairy distributors, and rural health clinics to preserve perishable goods and temperature-sensitive medication without relying on electricity.
The technology that I'm working.
In Zimbabwe alone, we produce probably over 140,000 tons of polystyrene, new polystyrene every year. And maybe it's used for 2, 3, or 4 seasons, but eventually it breaks down. And when it breaks down, it's unusable. The polystyrene that we're talking about mostly comes from the tobacco industries you mentioned. And it also comes from the retail industry as well. Because when you buy your TV, when you buy your fridge, it comes with that white foam that protects those products during shipping. So mostly we just collect from retailers around town who discard it after opening their products. The process involves collecting it, which is done by the organisms that we work with. So then we transport it to our factory. Then we grind it up into small granules. We use polystyrene. We also use wood pallets. We use corrugated cardboard, and polystyrene serves as filling in bin bags like the one that I'm sitting on, and insulation in the timber coolers that you see around me here.
Oh man, I love that today's stories are about innovation by Africans. Hey, love it. Now, sikia ingine pia. Veteran Nigeria filmmakers and creative historians are turning to advanced artificial intelligence tools to save and revitalize Nigeria's disappearing visual archives, a process often referred to as digitizing memory. Faced with the reality of thousands of rare physical film reels and analog tapes from the pre-independence and early independence eras, deteriorating in substandard storage conditions, these cinematic conservationists are leveraging generative AI for complex restoration tasks, collaborating with specialized studios like Amalik Afeguba's Slick City Media, and use deep learning algorithms to automate the arduous process of colorization, noise reduction, detail upscaling, and frame-by-frame repair. Filmmakers argue that beyond technical preservation, these AI tools allow them to reshape and decolonize African storytelling by presenting historical African narratives with clarity, color, and relevance that resonates with contemporary audiences globally.
There might be data from Nigeria from the 15th century, but we don't know because it's locked somewhere in some archive and it's not digitized yet. It's very possible, but we don't know that. But until we start to do that work, to start finding out, okay, what kinds of data we have, what type of history we're lost, what type of history we're not even in our textbooks or schools or anything, which is very, very present right now. I've been seeing everything with the work that I am doing as well. We know that there's actually data, but we need to do the work of actually digitizing, collecting, archive, refining. They're now training large language models with everything that we collect from that.
We wanted to capture your portrait, the portraits of kings. It was a painter that had to sit down for like 4 or 5 hours painting. Then the camera came. But the people still do portraits. The artists are still relevant. You get my point? So the same thing with when the motion camera came, the still camera is still relevant. You get my point? So I feel like what I've always said is AI is a tool. AI is something that helps us supercharge our creative process.
Saa zingine the number of times even I myself find myself saying AI is a tool. Saa zingine mujipata ni kama ninajaribu kujiconvince pia. Ni kama ninaogopa itani replace. But anyway, AI is a tool. The future is for those who know how to use the tools. Okay? Usiachwe nyuma. Now, finally, in Accra and major academic centers across Ghana, computer scientists and artificial intelligence researchers are accelerating efforts to establish localized AI innovation hubs, aiming to break the global South's reliance on Western technology monopolies. Driven by initiatives at research labs like the AI Ghana community and academic partnerships, scientists are focusing on owning the code, building open source machine learning models specifically trained on African languages, local economic datasets, and regional agricultural needs. Researchers point out that off-the-shelf algorithms developed in the West frequently misunderstand regional linguistic nuances and misinterpret socioeconomic contexts across Africa. By constructing indigenous data pipelines and training open access neural networks, Ghanaian tech leaders are securing digital sovereignty, training the next generation of West African software engineers, and ensuring that future AI tools directly serve the local population rather than foreign corporate agendas.
In acquiring a PhD.
The technology that I'm working on to realize what kind of diseases that are affecting these crops. But when diseases are affected, you also need to give solutions. So that's when artificial intelligence comes in between. And the national language for Tanzania is Swahili. So it will all make sense to give this information in Swahili so farmers can implement that better and also can take off the burden from the extension officers. So if you were to use a standard language that is English, of course you provide the solutions, but it will not be able to reach to farmers to the level that it will be required to reach them. Farmers in Africa and in Tanzania generally, they are looking for any solution that would help them to deal with the cost of imports. That is the big burden to the farmers. They have to buy heavily on fertilizers, they have to depend heavily on pesticides. So the Internet of Things or the sensors that we're using, they're helping to detect these diseases early on before they can apply the pesticides. So if there is such solution, it will help to take off a little burden of the cost that they have to pay for the pesticides to apply for their crops. And when it comes to climate-related conditions, it is really important for farmers to know what is the climate condition so they know when to plant and when to harvest.
Na inasemekana ukiibiwa leo ni mpaka Monday. Kwa sababu hii International Girlfriends Day hii sijui Chichi kama akikuja kusoma habari ataanza kutupea kabrief kidogo kuhusu yeye amepangiwa nini. Kuna mambo ametuonyesha. Sisi wengine wetu wacha tutembee na Mwenyezi. Hadi hapo tumetamatisha za leo. Simba kipoa.